I love it when people say, well, I'm not a creative person. Yes, you are. Well, no, I don't create things like I used to do. I just kind of just walk through life. Well, you know what? That's creativity as well, because you've chosen to just take a lighter path. You're still creating, because anytime a thought enters your mind, that's creativity. And creativity is an addiction. You can't push it out of your life. It's always going to be there. So why not choose to understand it? Unplug, because we will always say yes to creativity. Totally uncut, because we all make mistakes. So turn it into a tool. This is Arroe Unplugged. Oh, hey, what's up? Boy, here we are. 2/22/22, and it's a Tuesday. What are the chances that we would experience this once-in-a-lifetime moment? Is it a milestone or is it a mile marker? I mean, here we are. 2/22/2022 on a Tuesday. I wonder how many people were looking at the clock at 2:22 this morning. Or will they be looking at the clock at 2:22 this afternoon? I mean, this is a once-in-a-lifetime moment. I mean, what are we going to do on the next one? Well, first of all, let's define what the number 2 is, because I've heard nothing but positive thoughts about the number 2. The number 2, by the way, they say, is the day that God created the sky. I happen to like the sky. I come from Montana, the big sky country, and here in the Carolinas, it is Tar Heel blue. Now, Duke fans won't like me for saying that, but it really is a Tar Heel blue sky. So the number 2 representing the day that God created the sky. You know, it also represents collaborations, people connecting with their emotions, their sensitivity. In fact, the number 2, when it comes to numerology, is all about that emotion and sensitivity, caring and loving. And by default, a number 2 person is great at helping, caring, as well as guiding. But here we stand, 2/22/2022 on a Tuesday. Time always moving faster than our eye. None of us will be around when a day like this happens again. 3/33/33, not going to happen. 4/44/44, no, not going to happen. Dear future reader, on the day of 2/22/2122 or 1/11/2111, what you guys doing up there? Did you make it to Mars? Did you fly to another planet? Funny how numbers have a way to tease our hearts and imaginations. We play with them. We like to reinvent math. I couldn't step into a school these days and try to understand elementary math. They're doing some really weird junk. I don't get it. So the question is that the number 2, is it really a prime number? I'm sure somebody in the world of mathematics is going to say, nah, we figured it out. It's not a prime number anymore. Yeah. Here's the reason why. And in doing so, they're going to prove that Pluto is a planet again and not a moon, like they said a few years back. 2/22/22. I hope your day is going beautiful. And will you look at the clock at 2:22 this afternoon? What's going to happen, huh? It's Arroe. This is the Daily Mess, a chronological walk through an everyday world. I am a daily writer, and I love days like 2/22/22. Because we get to document it. And you know, it's going to create a giggle or a smile somewhere up the road that we're going to go, wow, I actually wrote on that day. That's pretty freaking weird. God almighty. This is the Daily Mess. A thought can be like a photograph. One thought can be worth 1,000 words. And yet we tend to use the fewest amount of words to get where we want to go. Now, unless you're my sister, because she uses more than 1,000 words to sell us on her latest complaint in the world. Now, my dog Jazzy is the exact opposite. Jazzy uses no words. She constantly uses her eyes, which is something that I thought the human being would have done during the pandemic, the 2-year lockdown where we had masks on our face, that we would learn how to read each other's eyes, because that's where the true story is. And not really. Those masks are coming down and those lips are starting to expose the words. My father used to tell every one of his children, boy, he was stern about this. If you don't have anything to say, do not waste my time trying to get me to listen. Okay, I won't say anything to you, dude. Thoughts. So many moving around like two motorcycles in a circus act high above the group gathered. What if those motorcycles collide and with them they take their thoughts? They say that's how we got the Reese's peanut butter cup. It was chocolate meeting peanut butter, and it's like, whoa, ho, ho. And that in itself, those words I just used, created a mental image, creating even more thought. I published 2 books about having thoughts. It was one man's 1,021 thoughts and another 1,021 thoughts. When rereading those books 10 years after they were published, it created more thoughts, more words. A thought can be like a photograph, worth 1,000 words. What are your thoughts creating inside your imagination? Or have you clammed up? I've always wanted to know what the thoughts were of those pictures from the early 1900s, the black and white photographs where the men never smiled and neither did the women. They always looked like they were constipated. They always looked like it's like, hurry up, I gotta go. I gotta drop one. Come on, let's do it. The kids need to go to the swimming pool. Come on. And they don't smile. You know, but that's a photograph creating 1,000 words. Your mind, your body, your soul. Does it look like one of those photographs from the early 1900s? How do you start adding some color to it, to add some vibration, not to overspeak what it is that you're feeling? Because like my father would say, if you don't have anything to say, don't waste my time trying to get me to listen. Because how many people have turned away from you? It's like, oh God, here they come. Oh geez, I'm not going to get out of this conversation. I'm very guilty of getting locked up in conversations like that. And the people that I work with at my essential job, they are under strict orders, basically, that if you see me in a conversation longer than a minute, come save me. I'm not going to stop them from talking because I think that's rude, but come save me, please. Are you one of those people that steals time? Are you one of those people that allows people to steal your time? I'm Arroe, and that's The Daily Mess.